A Minneapolis man with a pattern of domestic abuse is behind bars tonight, one day after he was convicted of murdering his girlfriend. Earlier this afternoon, the Hennepin County Sheriff used this case as an example of the importance of domestic violence services that may lapse if federal funds are taken away. Jessica Hart has more for us tonight. Jessica?
Julie, yesterday a jury found Johnny Brown guilty of murdering Keisha Moore. She was killed in December of 2023. This afternoon, Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty says her murder was part of a pattern of domestic violence by Brown against women in his life. He's convicted of killing Moore at her Linden Hills apartment building. According to the criminal complaint, a family member told investigators the two had been living together for months and their relationship was rocky, so Moore asked Brown to move out. During the trial, 5 women testified about Brown's abuse. Moriarty believes that was a big reason why they were able to get justice for Moore.
I don't know that we could have had a successful case without it, but we are extremely thankful for their courage and their willingness to come across the country to talk about what had happened to them.
Of all the cases they received, Moriarty says domestic violence is the second highest category, which is why she's concerned about the potential impacts of federal funding freeze. Amathany Keefe with the Domestic Abuse Project says the federal government funds 20% of their work. She says they're at risk of losing staff in several services like screening, therapy, and case management. Keefe says the thought of cutting services is devastating because they're already understaffed.
We already are operating with less people than we should be. We turn people away every day that are calling for services because we are at capacity and we don't want people to sit on our list and wait.
What happens if these local organizations don't get money? The reality is they'll close. If they don't close, they'll have to cut down on their resources, on their ability to help people.
Keefe says they are one of 90 organizations in the state that provides domestic abuse services. She says if the federal cuts come down, some organizations won't last longer than 5 months. She's especially worried about the loss of culturally specific organizations that are able to provide services and a level of understanding other groups may lack.